Ken, what do you think about making friends?
Oh, it's easy. Just shake your hand.
As you see, shaking hands is not popular in Japan. Bowing is more popular. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Like this, we're going to introduce you some tips for making Japanese friend. Well, I'm going to introduce you about Japanese manners, which is important to make a Japanese friend. Japanese people think manner is important. Then how important is manner for Japanese people? Well, the answer is manner is same as respect. Japanese people thought respect is really important, so manner is really important too. Firstly, I will introduce you a manner of using chopsticks. There is some forbidden action using chopsticks, which we call in Japanese kiraibashi, which means hated chopsticks. One tip is you shouldn't stick your chopsticks on the rice. Like this. This is because it represents die or funeral, because this kind of rice is for dead people. And next is you shouldn't leave a single grain of the rice. This is because it's a respect for cooks and helpers who make it. And also, the third one, you shouldn't use chopsticks to pass food to another chopstick directly. Kent, could you help me?
Sure.
This is food, not a garbage. This is a food. Well, this garbage tastes good.
Right.
This is bad. This represents Japanese funeral. So when we pass the bones with our family or friends, we pass it directly to another chopsticks. And another tip, you shouldn't split disposable chopsticks vertically. For foreign guests, you have disposable chopsticks. Then please open it. Did open? And then split the chopstick this way, not this way. This way. You look like a Japanese people. Well, the reason is it is dangerous.
Oh, ow.
As you see, it is really dangerous. And additional tip, you shouldn't cut the food with one chopsticks, for example, like. The chopsticks is not a fork and knife. It's designed to use two sticks as one pair. So if you use one stick and one stick, it is against Japanese culture. And one more tip is you shouldn't put chopsticks on the dish while you are still eating. Like this. This is because it is disrespectful and it means that I don't want to eat anymore. This food is disgusting or something like that when you are still eating. It is disrespectful for the cooks, so you shouldn't be doing those against those manners. And the final tips is that you shouldn't use chopsticks like a stick of drum and beat the dish. For example, hey, waitress, could you come? Well, this will not call a waitress, but a ghost. It will curse you. And that's all for kiraibashi and hated chopsticks. And we're moving to another topics.
Good pun.
What Japanese people think important. Would you wonder where does boss or someone who has a position sit in the taxi? Well, the correct answer is boss should be sitting on the most far seat from the door. This is because Japanese people respect those who have power, for example, a boss, and also they use polite language against people who is older than himself. And this is because Japanese people also respect old people. And this might be same as Western culture, but sofa or a couch is for guests. Well, so there is some same culture with Western cultures. To end, I hope that my tips could help you make a Japanese friend. Next, Shogo is going into present about Japanese customs.
Thank you, Pierce. Hello, I'm Shoko. Today I'm going to talk about Japanese customs. There are interesting customs in Japan. Today I select two of them. First is sending a gift. Second is about soba noodles. In Japan, most people thank people who are related with themselves and send a gift in the end of the year. This event is called a year-end present, and we also do this in July. It's called traditional mid-year gift giving. It is the same as a year-end present, but we change sentence of name and address and selection of seasons. I'd now like to consider about soba noodles. Soba has two meanings. It means noodles like this. This is soba noodles. And also the word soba means near. So giving soba you say, I moved near your house. In early Japan, we did it when we moved to a new place. But most Japanese don't do now anymore. So just how important is this for us? We can know who our neighbors are and make a relationship with them. Now, Japanese thought is changing from close relation to invisible society. So it isn't necessary for you to do this. However, if you do this, you will be able to keep good relation with your neighborhood. To sum up, I hope that you have an idea of Japanese customs. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Now, Ken will talk about exciting events.
We heard. We have already talked about traditions, manners, and customs. But let's go into talk about modern one, exciting festival. I'm going to talk about three sentences and three topics. One is about summer festival, and second, firework festival, and my favorite one, comic market. Let's start talking about summer festival. Summer festival. During the summer festival, we carried mikoshi, the portable shrine, like this. In this portable shrine, there are gods riding on there, and we carried around the city. Oh, do you know why? That's because the God makes growing up the food, and we thanks to the gods living there. And some people think it's a little strange, but we'll destroy everything in a year and destroy another one next year, because it's good to change the new one for gods. And so let us so far from the summer festival, and let's move on to the firework festival. The firework festival, it's advertisement of the fireworks. Yeah, it's held on the next 3 days later. And during the summer, Japanese people like to watch summer fireworks, so there are huge amount of people came to watch them. And maybe you can meet many friends during the summer festival, and it's beautiful to watch fireworks, big fireworks. And so, as you know, a little information about two common festivals. Turn to the final topic, my favorite one, comic market. Oh, it's cut down. It's the festival. It's one of the biggest festivals in Japan, and you can buy Japanese animation or comic DVDs or soundtracks or comics or posters, materials, and more. So unfortunately, it's already, how can I say, over. Or maybe, yeah, it's over. Yeah, and you can see there maybe some of you guys have seems to have some interest about these subcultures. So maybe you should go see it or buy the materials. And during this festival, there are over a million people go there to buy many things, and it's fun to watch the people like walking like ants, huge amounts of ants. And it seems interesting and exciting festival. Maybe most exciting festival in Japan. So to conclude, Japanese have many unique traditions and modern things like comic market. So and